So for this pattern, I'm using yarn from Treehouse Knits. This is the color Paper Flowers, and it's on her Spruce sock base. For this pattern, you'll need a 6mm Tunisian crochet hook, stitch markers, and other notions like scissors and tapestry needles. I'm using 3 different types of stitch markers to help me keep track, but it doesn't matter. You can use whatever you'd like. So to begin this pattern, we're going to begin with the magic circle. To make a magic circle, you're going to take the short end of the yarn and hold it in your hand just like that, and wrap the long end around and bring it there and just kind of hold it in place. So to do the magic circle, I'm going to take my hook and go underneath. Then I'm going to grab that top part right there of the long end and twist my hook. And once I twist it, I can pinch this in place to help me keep it in place. Sorry, my yarn, I just frogged, so it has some memory to it right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and chain 1 just like that and pull that tight. And I can probably make this circle a little bit smaller as well. Now I'm going to go into my magic circle, pull up a loop, and chain 1 just like that. And I'm going to repeat that till I have 7 loops on my hook. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, oh, that pop of blue is pretty, and 7. We'll do a standard return pass. So we're going to yarn over, pull through 1, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, just like that. Now I'm going to pull my magic circle a little bit tighter, just like that, and we can pull it tighter later. So now you have 7 stitches. So I have my 7 stitches, and now what I'm going to do is start thinking about where I'm going to place my increases. So my first increase is going to be here at the 2nd stitch. I'm going to go in with the simple, pull up a loop, and then go in for like a knit. Oops. And go in as for a knit. The next stitch is also going to be an increase, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do a simple and then a knit. Then we get to our center stitch here, and this is what's kind of the dividing line between the patterns. And here I'm just going to do a knit stitch just like that. And then in this next stitch I'm going to do another increase, but this is going to be a knit and then a simple, so reverse the order, and then the same thing here, a knit and then a simple. And then I'm going to do my last Tunisian stitch right here, and then I'm going to yarn over and do my return pass. We'll do that really quickly. Now every row is going to increase by 4 stitches. So we started off with 7, and now we should have 11. And the center stitch, that odd stitch in the center, is always going to remain the same. And you're going to see how we're going to work around that. So if you want to, you can always put a stitch marker. I have stitch markers here for a couple of things. You can put them in to help keep in track of your increases as well as that center stitch. So for our increases, we're always going to be making an increase in the knit stitch from the increase above below. So you have your simple and your knit, and what we're going to be doing is this knit stitch will always, that'll be a straight line of increases coming from this knit stitch. So you can also put a stitch marker there. Into the simple from the row below, we're just going to do a regular knit stitch. Then in this is our increase. So remember we did simple and then knit for this side of the shawl. Then here is our next increase right here, but we will need to get there. We're going to do just a regular knit, then we're going to do a simple and a knit, again for this side of the shawl. Then our center stitch is just a knit, and then we have our next increase over here. And now remember, we're reversing it. We're going to do a knit, a simple, and then we're going to do a knit stitch till we get to the next where we did the last increase. And then here again, we're going to do a knit and then a simple. Then we're going to do a knit stitch, and then we're going to do our last Tunisian. So we're always going to do, in any stitch except for our increases, we're going to do a knit stitch. And then in our increase stitch, if you're on the right side of the shawl, you'll do a TSS, then a TKS. And then for the left-hand side of the shawl, you'll do a TKS, then a TSS. So it's kind of a mirror image is what we're going to be doing. And what I would recommend doing is putting a stitch marker in 3 places: on your center stitch, and on the stitch that you're going to have the increase over here, which is what I'm going to call, which is right there. So I'm going to put my stitch marker there. So this is my first increase on the right side. Then you have your center stitch, which is going to be this one right here. I'll put the stitch marker there. And then the increase, which is the knit stitch from the row before, which I think is right over here. So we're going to put that, we're going to put a stitch marker there. So yeah, it's right. It should be our 4th stitch from the edge here. So this way we're going to help keep track of where to make our increases as we go. So to show you with our stitch markers, we're going to do a knit stitch until we get to our stitch marker. So just like that. Then we're gonna simple and knit. Then we're gonna go ahead and move our stitch marker up to our knit stitch, because again, that's always going to be our increase stitch. Then I'm going to knit stitch until I get to the stitch right before our stitch marker. Remember, that's our center stitch, and this is going to be our increase stitch. And again, for the right side of the shawl, simple, then knit. Then we're going to do a knit stitch right into the center of the shawl. Then we're going to do, we're reversing now. We're going to do our knit stitch first, knit and simple, and then we'll knit stitch until we get to our stitch marker. It's just like that. Then again, we get to our stitch marker, we're going to knit and simple. And remember, here's our knit, so we're going to move our stitch marker up there because it's always going to be the same stitch that gets the increase. And then we're going to knit until we have 1 stitch remaining, and that's going to be our last Tunisian stitch, and that'll be it. So, and I have to move my stitch marker up for that center piece, but that's basically the shawl. I'm going to tighten my magic ring now, and just remember to keep moving these stitch markers up as you go to help you keep track of where to put the stitches in. So I'm going to keep working on this for a while, and then I'll meet you back and show you next steps. So I've been working on the shawl for a while, and you can see that I have different sections. I have my section of my knit stitch, I have my section of my extended knit stitch, and they're bracketed by a special stitch called the Purled Tunisian knit stitch, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. So I'm just finishing up this last row of knit stitches, and before I start my extended knit stitch section, I'm going to go ahead and do the purled stitch. So to do the Purled Tunisian knit stitch, I'm going to bring my yarn to the front. I'm going to go in like I would for a knit stitch, grab that yarn and pull it back up just like that. So we'll do that again. So we're going to purl, bring the yarn to the front, go through like you would for a knit stitch, so you're going all the way to the back, pull up a loop and come forward just like that. We'll do a couple more. All right, and so the question is going to come up on how do we do the increases for this. So the increase that I have is further down here, but what we're going to do is, depending on where you are, you're going to follow the same order. So if it's an increase on the right side of the shawl, you're going to do a regular purl stitch. So a regular purl stitch, we're going to go in just like a regular purl, yarn over, pull through, and then in the same stitch, we're going to do our knit. So into that same stitch, we're going to go in and do our knit purl stitch, just like that. And that's how we'll do the increases. If we're on the left side of the shawl, we're going to do our Tunisian purled knit stitch first. So we're going to go in just like that. Then we'll go ahead and in the same stitch, you're going to go ahead and just do a regular purl. So you can see how that increases like that. So I'm going to just back out of there and continue on this shawl. So now I'm going to go ahead and here I'm going to chain one as well, just like we did for that first round. And then I'm going to go and look for my knit stitch, and I'm going to go in just like I would for a knit, and I'm going to chain one. And this is an extended knit stitch. I'm just going to tighten that down. So again, go in like for a knit, and then yarn over, pull through one like you would for a chain one. So knit, chain one. When you get to the increases, you'll be doing an extended knit stitch and an extended simple stitch in the same stitch. The extended simple is basically a simple stitch with a chain one. So I'm finishing up this shawl pattern, and I wanted to come back and show you how we do our bind off for the end, as well as talk to you a little bit about how to best finish off this shawl. So we're going to start with the bind off, and you're going to see here we did our last set of knit stitches. I did my purled Tunisian knit stitch row, and then I'm doing a Tunisian knit stitch bind off, and you can see this chain that it creates here. And the way that we're accomplishing that effect is to follow similar things to a bind off, where we're going to be pulling through pulling through the loop on the hook. What we're going to do is we're going to go in as for a knit stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. You're going to have 2 loops on your hook. You're going to keep it really nice and loose and just pull through there, and that's what's going to create the chain. Do that again. Go in as for a knit stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull the loop through the other loop you have. And you're going to see that I'm keeping it pretty loose because as you go, it kind of self-tightens. And if you make it really tight, you're going to have a stricture here. The chain will pull tight and it won't allow, you'll have a horrible little wrinkle. So it's really, really important that when you do this, you're doing it nice and loose, just like this. It'll allow the shawl to block and open nicely, and it will also prevent that view from having like a ripple or a wrinkle along the edge. So keep those really nice and loose. You can see how loose I'm keeping it, like how large those chains are, because again, it does self-tighten a little bit as you move forward. So I'm going to finish this up, then I'm going to bind off, then I'm going to go ahead and block. And what I want you to do is I want you to see what our extended knit stitches look like right now, because after we block, these are going to be really, really open and much prettier. And it's going to show you the importance of blocking. If you are interested in learning how to block and would like me to make a blocking video, just drop it below in the comments. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish this, then I'll meet you back and show you what our final blocked product looks like. So here we have the final product, and you can see how these areas just flare out from where the increases are. And you can also see how nice each little panel section looks and how lovely the extended knit stitches look once the pattern was blocked. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind. In this video, you might notice that I switched at some point to a 5.5 millimeter Tunisian crochet hook. That's because when I first designed it, I designed this pattern in a 5.5 millimeter, but for this shawl, it is a 6 millimeter Tunisian crochet hook. So please use the 6 millimeter for the whole entire shawl. You can also see here at the end how nice this bind off looks, and you're not going to get that if you go down to a smaller hook size. So stick with the 6 millimeter all the way through, and you're going to end up with a really nice open lacy pattern with these beautiful extended knit stitches. I hope you enjoyed this pattern. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please do subscribe. It helps to grow the channel. Thanks, and happy crocheting.